Greetings and welcome, adventurers, to another episode of Let's Play Neverwinter Nights, Shadows of Undrentide. Alright, so I've been doing a little bit of shopping, gotten the Cloak of Fortification and given the Cloak of Assalon to Xanas over here, rested up of course. Reordered my inventory a little bit so it's not quite as disorganized as it was before. I'm pretty sure I won't need many of these things, but you know, unless the game tells me to throw it away, I don't really see any reason to do so, since books don't really weigh all that much. Yeah, just £1. I think that's what LBS means. In any case, we are almost broke again, but we are ready to go on an adventure.
I trust you're ready to leave for the desert then, yes?
Yes, I'm ready to go.
Good. If the gods smile on us, then the situation is not as dire as I fear. If not, well then, I wish you the best of luck.
The caravan makes slow progress as it leaves Hilltop, trudging through snowy hills for several weeks, before finally, the vast wasteland of the Anauroch desert opens up before you. This is a parched land, said to be the bones of the once great Netheril Empire, its complete destruction a mystery, lost to the passing of ages.
I think this spot's gonna have to do for the night. Let's set up camp, and make sure it's secure this time, Torius.
What? What did I do that would be worthy such suspicious tone, I wonder? I have 2 words for you, dear cousin. Bandits and asleep while on watch. That's more like 5 words. And besides, I had a full stomach that night. You can't expect a man to stay awake all night after eating a full pot roast, can you? Just be careful, will you? Dashnaya has predicted some trouble and I don't want to take any chances. Dashnaya is always predicting trouble. Between you and your companions and that old little goblin we hired on outside of Hilltop, our group is much larger than it normally is. I'm surprised we've not drawn more attention by now. Crossing the desert isn't completely unbearable. You'll be alright for the night? Did you say you hired a kobold? I did. Haven't you seen him? My first impulse was that it would be a good idea considering the trouble you had earlier, but this fellow seems pretty earnest. Not only that, he seemed pretty desperate to hire on. I'm paying him almost nothing. Although his cooking skills have been pretty questionable, I suppose you get what you pay for. Well, do you think there's gonna be trouble? Actually, I would have thought we'd had a bit of trouble before now. There's no way you can pass through the Anauroch unnoticed with a caravan this crowded. Dashnaya knows that, too. But she wouldn't say anything if it was just a hunch. And that makes me nervous. I suggest sleeping with your hand on your blade. Where are my companions? Well, your big half-orc friend is right here, as you can obviously see. He's rather hard to miss. Fah! The big half-orc has a name, you little squishable halfling girl. I know, I thought of a few. That's funny. Xanas will remember to laugh when a giant desert bird swoops down and carries you off to some very tiny snack. Keep it up, Sorcerer, and you can sleep with the oxen. As for the dwarven lass, I think she wandered off to eat her dinner alone. Hope she doesn't get too far from the camp. It's not safe out there. I should get some sleep. I'll leave you alone then. You can handle yourself, I'm sure. But be careful, the desert gets colder than you think during the night, and don't wander too far from the fire. If you need any assistance or any questions, Sedan can help you out. He's the guide I hired for us back at the Black Sands. I would be most pleased to help however I am needed. Yes, well, that's good. As for me, the desert makes me tired and cranky. I'm going to bed. Good night to you both. And we're under attack. It's an ambush. Everyone, arm yourself. Right, so there's Dorna, Deacon, and here comes the fun. Why did you pick up invisibility, Xanos? Never mind. Alright, sleep damage strategy, engage. Ooh, I can empower spells. That's neat, but not quite what I want.
Only one way out for you.
Alright, no point. Alright. Stop being foolish, game.
You and me. Let's go. Death to the enemy.
Let's deal with these stingers. You know I am the protagonist, but could you possibly not target me? Alright, and let's get another level of beast on the field. Alright, let's try to stay focused. Alright, did I lose the spell? No. Alright, let's summon and let's try it again. A Diabore, come on.
Where is Zidon? Have you seen him?
Who cares? He probably fell in battle. You might not care either way, but that doesn't change the fact that we need him. How else are we supposed to cross the desert? Torias, is there any sign of him? Nope, nothing. He just up and vanished, as near as I can tell. Damn it! I knew this was too good to be true. We can't go anywhere without our guide, or we'll be lost for sure. Wait a second, I thought you'd been across this desert before. Yes, of course, but none of us are natives. The Anauroch desert is huge. Unless you want to risk wandering off to your death, you have a guide with you. Let me put it this way. We can head back to Black Sands and hope we don't get lost en route and delay our trip by about a week hiring a new guide. Or you can volunteer yourself to go and look for Zidane and pray to the gods that those stingers haven't torn him apart for a late night snack. Your choice. Well, I could use a little incentive. None of us get exactly what we want now, do we? Isn't this the sort of adventuring you'd like to do anyway? So go to it. Adventure. Well, just how am I supposed to look for him? I really don't know. But there has to be some evidence around that shows where the stingers came from, doesn't there? I don't suppose it will be an easy task to find Zidane and bring him back, but what choice do we have, really? Very well, I'll do what I can. Good, I'm glad that's settled. Should you need any supplies, by the way, I have plenty to sell it to you. I have to buy my supplies off of you? This is your show, Mathijssa, and not mine. I didn't ask you to come along, now remember? I have to make a living and not give all my goods away for free. With that said, I'm sure I can come with a reasonable discount for you, seeing as I'd rather see Zidane saved than not. Fair enough? Well, show me what you have in stock. Sure thing. Watch the sticky fingers, however. I have enough trouble keeping my eyes on Torias. Unfavorable. Well, that's just perfect. She doesn't really have anything I need. I mean, another cloak of protection might be nice. Or a cloak of protection. But for Xanos, that's probably not really necessary. Let's see, resurrection might be useful, but I can't afford that. Potions of heal, also can't afford that. You have any bags? You have bags, alright, good. Let's see, this is a 40%, a 20%, 80%, alright. Can't quite afford that, but I'll definitely go for that when it comes available. Probably also equip another ring, because I have to get the rid of the ring of Mystra. What's this? Prayer to the Overgod. Light and prayer. Right, for now, I think I don't really need anything from you. Let's have a loot. An acid arrow, that's always convenient to get. Extra potions, certainly. Another sound burst. Ooh. Gemstone. And a poison stinger gland. Stinger poison gland. Oh, I could sell those. Right, what about you, Torias? Now that's a shame. Guide's gone missing. Here we are stuck in the middle of the desert at the mercy of a scorpion men. That just sounds like it's time for a drink. I'll join you if you don't mind. Aye? Then here, have an extra flask. Don't tell Catriano it came from me, however. You know, come to think of it, I don't think I've ever seen elves drink anything other than honeydew smelling stuff. But they must, I suppose. They make a lovely wine. I knew a priest once who used to find the steps of Brandobaris' temple every 12th day. Gave good sermons, on the other days, I mean. Ah, now that's what I call a remedy for danger. Now then, what can I do for such a lovely lady such as herself? Just what do you do here around here, anyway? Not much. Catrian's a fine cousin, but she tries to keep me working from dawn to dusk. You know, but the caravan's not so bad, I suppose. If you ever need some goods of the not-so-legitimate kind, you know who to talk to. Never mind the vanilla stock Catriana sells. Well, I'd like to see what you have for sale. You want to see what Torias has in his booty bag, eh? Well, alright. Just not a word to the cousin, or that's it for my side business. He's also unfavorable, but oh well. He's got some different stuff. I don't think there's much in here that I do want, though. Another resurrection scroll, maybe? You have any bags? You have no bags. Well, got some throwables that might be nice. I don't really play with throwables, I always forget I have them and they're usually not all that useful. Right, let's rest up before we go down into where the scorpion men are. I could talk to Dorna or Deacon if I wanted to change my companions, but I'll stick with Xanos. Make this work, one way or the other. Right, so we have some tracks over here. Stinger tracks are abandoned. Let's lead up to this hole. Let's go down the hole. This recently borrowed hole leads down into what appears to be an underground cave, with nothing to tie a rope to and no clear way to descend. Climbing down the cave may be tricky. Let's try anyway. Alright, we've managed to climb down unscathed. Yippee! Right, let's focus on what we need to find.
Xanos wishes to speak.
And what does Xanos wish to say? Xanos wishes to make a complaint. This desert is a hellish, inhospitable place. Our traveling accommodations are dreadful, and the food since we left Hilltop has been nothing short of dreadful. Why did you come then? Was Xanos given a choice? Were you? I did not ask to be sent into the desert to risk my life, as I recall. No sooner was one dangerous task completed, than we were ordered to rush headlong into another. And for what? To identify this little crystal? You don't think that's important? Obviously, it is not important enough for a task for Draok to take it on himself, is it? No, it is for us to risk our lives for nothing. So what if we have this crystal identified, then what? We should be looking for the culprit behind the Janna woman and taking the battle to her. Or better yet, give all the artifacts back to the Harpers and tell them to think of a better place to hide them. If we do not have what this woman wants, she need not bother with us. And just where would we look for her? What does it matter? This is Harper business, not ours. By carrying this crystal, we put ourselves in danger. We also stand to gain significant rewards. Perhaps you are right. Still, Xanos would prefer to choose when he risks his hide, regardless of his possible rewards. Unless they are very, very, very big rewards. Tell me seriously, however, why did you come? Xanos may have little choice but to follow you about, but you could have refused if anyone could have. I think you underestimate the possibilities here. You believe so? Perhaps you are right. Perhaps Xanos thinks too much of his comfort and not of the power this little crystal could bring. You make a good point. Xanos will come along then, and do as he must. But he will still complain. Never shall he relent. You like hearing yourself talk, don't you? And why not? It is better than listening to other people speak. Try long enough and others become distant buzzing, in fact. Is that so? What was that? But enough with our dawdling. If we are to find treasure and power, we will not do so by standing around. Lead on, Mathijssa. Yes, let's lead on. Lead on into very clear and obvious danger of this cave-ish place. Scorpion people. Ooh, more tracks. They are bound, but they don't tell me which way they lead. Right, so this leads to the caravan camp, to the deeper into the tunnel, caravan camp, and caravan camp. Alright, so we need to head this way. More stingers. Alright. Let's summon the reinforcements. Don't put her to sleep. I don't really want to waste too much magic on these stingers. They're only moderate difficulty, but they can see through invisibility, so that's potentially a problem, at least for Xanos here, given his desire to use invisibility to shield himself. Not a poison gland. He is just invisible, is he not? Yeah, he's concealed, he's got damage reduction, so I think he's got Ghostly Visage active. Although I don't think I can check that. No, it's not immediately obvious, but I am quite familiar with that spell. Let's see. Yeah, this is the right way. More tracks. Right then. But I think I shall put an end to the episode here. Thank you all for watching. See you all next time.